Well, we made it through free agency. We made it through the draft. The rookie mini camps are just beginning. It's now time for the way too early predictions of how the divisions are going to be doing. Greetings, everyone. I'm the voice of reason, and joining me, as always, is Nikki V.
It is I, Nikki.
And Kanako.
Hello, we're doing this like 3 months early.
Don't worry, everyone else is.
Yeah, I was about to say, this puts us right on par with what the NFL Network is doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
True.
Yeah, well, Tom Grassi's doing his thing division by division. So, why not do it all?
No, it's not Tom Grossi. It's That's Good Sports.
Tom's doing his thing as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he started with the NFC first. I think Brandon Perna's doing AFC first.
Yeah.
And Dutre's on holiday.
Yeah. Like, I just subscribed to Tom Grossi and That's Good Sports. Like, I'm just starting to get more into like more of the sports-based YouTubers.
Yeah.
So they are good. Go subscribe. This episode is sponsored by That's Good Sports. Probably. Yes. I don't know.
I find it funny that both
the deal is pending.
Yes, I find it both funny that Brandon and Tom both have like long middle names each time.
I also like how they both just so happen to be at both ends of the Aaron Rodgers debacle.
I know.
This video is also brought to you by the pain of every Chicago Blackhawks fan.
Why the Blackhawks?
Because we didn't make the finals again.
Yeah.
The Rangers fired their entire squad.
Las Vegas is still good. The Golden Knights are still doing good, so I'm okay with it.
My backup team barely made it.
Yeah.
No Predators. You can do it.
You know how bad the East Division for the NHL hockey is going? It has me rooting for the freaking Islanders.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I am a devoted Rangers fan, and I'm rooting for the Islanders to not only beat the Penguins, but kick Washington's ass.
This is the thing that I've never understood. Like, rooting for a division when your team doesn't do well. It's like this happens a whole lot in college football, where like somebody who's a fan of an SEC team will end up rooting for the entire SEC. Like, say, like I'm an LSU fan, for example, and people around here will root for Alabama if they make it to the national championship game, and I'm just like, what? Fuck Bama!
Well, here's the thing with like NHL is still very, very you're with the team. Your team is ride or die. No matter what. Football, baseball. Football, baseball, and basketball is fluid. NHL, no. You got your stick.
Sure.
And NHL also is very regional.
Yeah.
As an example, it gets to a point with the Canadian teams where it's like, oh, we've only got one team left. Go that team!
Go Canada. But anyway, we're talking about football.
Yes.
So, 8 divisions to go through. I decided to go by strength of schedule from weakest to strongest strength of schedule. So we're going to start off in the NFC, and we are going to be looking at the NFC South. Yes. They have the NFC South has the easiest schedule according to the NFL.
Tom Brady would like his playoff position now. Thank you very much.
So Saints have the 22nd easiest. 22nd hardest. Excuse me. The Panthers have the 26th. The Bucks have the 29th, actually, and the Falcons have the 3rd easiest. They are 30th.
Wow. So the Saints have the hardest schedule in the league, but it's still like 11th hardest.
Well, in their division.
Or 11th easiest. Yeah, they have the hardest schedule in the division, and it's not even outside of the top 3rd.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, so by the way, while you were away, Kanako and I basically went through Playoff Predictor, which by the way anyone can do with their own
Yes.
stuff, and we
Oh, okay.
went through what their perceived victories and losses are going to be. So let's have a look. Let's start off with the Falcons, since they have the easiest schedule out of all the teams. A lot of these could go either way since their schedule, again, because their schedule is so easy. Wins could come from the Eagles. Again, they're playing the NFC East, so the Eagles, Washington, the Cowboys, and the New York, and I think they also have the New York Giants.
Yeah.
Yep. Excuse me, and the Giants. Again, that could go either way. The game against the Jets could be a challenge. The Jets do, even though the Falcons are home for the London game, a lot more Jets fans are across the Atlantic Ocean. They also have, again, they have to play the Bucks twice, they have to play the Saints twice, and they also have to play the Panthers twice. Their 17th game is going to be against the Jaguars. So, again, also a game that could go either way. But for the looks of it, I unfortunately do have them losing a lot of the games.
There's me. I'm the odd one.
So, I do have the Falcons with a record of 14-3. Sorry, 4-13, excuse me. With the division record of 2-4. I have them winning against the Saints. Do I have them winning against the Saints? Who do I have their wins against? I have them winning against the Panthers once, and I have them against the Saints once as well. Oh no, I have them. Yeah, I have them winning against the Panthers in Week 8 and the and the Saints in Week 18.
Then there's me. I have them winning 7-10 with 2-4 for in division.
Mm-hmm.
I have them beating the Giants and the football team before the bye. After the bye, they beat Panthers, Dolphins, Cowboys, because damn Cowboys.
Damn Cowboys.
The next win comes in Week 14 against the Panthers. Then, again, the next win after that and their final win is against the Lions, because as a fan of all Chicago teams, I have a deep hatred of the Lions and any Detroit team.
I hate the Detroit. Like, I don't hate the Lions. I just feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but still.
Jim the best thing that happened to the Lions was Jim Caldwell, and they fired him
Yeah.
for going 9-7.
Yeah, he was too nice.
Here's the thing. How do you get fired for having a winning season?
Especially when you're the Lions. Like, oh no, we're too used to success. We can't have 9-7. That's ridiculous. Like if I was the Jets, or not the Jets, if I was the Lions, I would be like 9-7. Fuck yeah!
I'd be like, oh, good. We're upward
Upward trajectory.
That word.
Anyway, next, let's go to.
Hang on.
Oh,
I'm
right,
just finishing up. Yeah, me. I'm also here.
Right.
Okay, so I am predicting that the Falcons end up finishing 6-11. Like, I think that they are gonna not do very well throughout their inside the division schedule. Who do I have them beating? I got them beating the Giants in Week 3. I'm basically doing this all on the fly. Jets in Week 5. Did I miss? I could not have missed it because I got the right number of games. Where the fuck? Oh, they're on bye. Duh. But yeah, basically, I have them winning 6 games. They're like even if they are going to have an easy schedule, like the Falcons, I just don't feel like they're a playoff caliber team right now. They're a playoff caliber offense. Like that offense is really, really good, but their defense is going to be giving up 40 points a game,
Right.
and they're going to be in shootouts all the time. So I just don't think that that's going to be a recipe for success for them.
All right, next, moving on to the who else? Okay, just looking at the list. Okay, let's move on to the
Panthers.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the Panthers. Again, I think the Panthers are going to do a lot better than they did last year. Well, you will. Again, a lot of these games are. Again, a lot of them are winnable. I do have them although I do have them going 2-4 their division. I have them going with a 7-10 record. Again, still playing the NFC East, so getting wins against against the Cowboys, the Vikings, the Eagles. Do have them getting a win against the Saints as well as the Falcons. Do I have them? Yeah, I think I said the Falcons earlier. But again, some unfortunate losses against the Giants, the Patriots. They also have to contend with the Bucks twice, the Dolphins, and of course the first game is against the Jets. So that's got a lot of story on it, and of course they're going to be home. So
I wasn't nice to the Panthers.
I was a lot nicer than most people, but
I have the Panthers going 3-14 and not winning a game in their division.
Oof.
They beat away, might I add, the Texans, the Cowboys, and the Giants. They lose every other game in the season.
I have them losing to the Giants. I have them losing to the Giants, but I do have them being the Vikings, the Panthers. Sorry, the Vikings, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Texans, and also the Cardinals.
Dang.
I was nice and thought the Jets might actually have a decent season this year. Decent, not good.
I am actually kind of foolish on the Panthers because I had them going 8-9.
Oh.
Yeah, because here's the thing: a lot of their games last season were close, and their roster is better this season. Like they're getting back Christian McCaffrey. Sam Darnold is an improvement over Teddy Bridgewater. Like this is a team that's going to get better, and I feel like and plus their coach is like Matt Rule. He's way better than Adam Gase. So Sam Darnold's going to finally have a head coach. So yeah, I think that the Panthers make a slight improvement. Maybe not enough to like get into the playoffs, but they'll be okay this year. I think.
Okay.
I still don't have them winning a whole lot of games in their division. I have them going 1-5.
Oof. Okay.
And I think the only one they beat is like they split the series with the Falcons or something.
All right. All right. Next, let's go with the New Orleans Saints.
My team, the one that's getting flooded right now.
Yeah, I was not kind. I have them going 4-13.
Wow.
And
I'm apparent. Go on.
Again, they have the hardest schedule out of the in the NFC South. But again, still some easy opponents, but they also have to contend with the number one winners from last year. So they got the Packers, they got the Seahawks, they got and they also have the football team. Plus they have to face off against the AFC East, especially with a rejuvenated Patriots team.
Pretty tough.
Yeah, so weirdly enough, I'm looking at how I schedule this. I have them losing to every AFC East team, including the Jets.
Wow, you're just mean.
I call it like I see it. I mean,
you're just a big old meanie button.
I do have them getting wins. win against the Panthers, the Giants, the Cowboys, which could be an upset, and I also have them getting a win against the Falcons. But
I'm apparently really, I'm really big on the Saints. Apparently, I have them going 11-6,
oh,
4-2 in the division.
okay.
Guess which team they lose to in division?
The Bucks.
Panthers. Yeah.
I see them beating, like, in the first, before their bye, which is week 6, I see them beating Panthers, Patriots, and the Giants, losing to the Packers and the football team.
Mhm.
After that, they beat the Seahawks, they beat the Falcons, they lose to the Titans and Bucks, they beat the Eagles, close game, but they beat them.
Right.
Lose to the Bills, beat the Cowboys and the Jets, lose to the Bucks again, beat the Dolphins, Panthers, Falcons, and 49ers, and then lose in the final week to the Buccaneers.
Oh. Okay. And
See, I think that they're going to be better than, like, I think that Sean Payton's going to get a bit out of Jameis Winston, more than he was able to get out of, like, Bruce Arians and all that. And keep in mind, Jameis Winston, if he is the starter for them, like, he had to get contacts back when he was in the Tampa, when he threw the 30 for 30.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he's going to be a better quarterback now than he was when he was in Tampa. And they still got Taysom Hill to do whatever they need for him. I think they go 11-6.
Okay.
I don't think that they'll win the division, but I think that they'll be, like, just on the outside. And, like, well, not. I think they'll be a wild card team. Let's go with that. They'll be a wild card team.
Okay.
Yeah,
And,
me and you are in agreement.
Okay.
and
Also, I just realized, because I was looking at this thing, the beating the 49ers and losing to the Bucks, those last two are playoff games.
okay. All right. And finally, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I was about to say the Evil Empire 2.0. So there's a thing. Like, the first, I think the first Sunday Night Football game of the year is going to be the Bucks versus the Cowboys.
That's the opening Thursday game.
The opening Thursday game. I knew it was one of the big marquee games. And it's just like, who the fuck am I supposed to root for in that?
No one.
Do I root for the Evil Empire 2.0 or the biggest asshole fan base in like maybe all of sports?
This is where you root for the umpires.
This is where I root for a meteor. No, you know what? This is where I root for Bane.
So
geez.
here's the question. Let's just go over what we think they're gonna win. Their win total is gonna be. I've got 13-4.
I have them 15-2.
Give me a second. I'm still going through their schedule. Talk more. I will say things in a second.
Okay, there are only 2 games that I can see them having a loss. One of them is against the Rams in Week 3 because they're.
Oh, me too.
And the other is going to be a shocker. I have them losing to the Colts in Week 12. Both of them are away games.
I don't think it's that much of a shock.
I have them
The
losing.
Colts are going to be kind of good this year.
Mm-hmm.
I have them beating the Colts, but I have them losing to the Rams in Week 3, the Patriots in Week 4.
Oh, okay.
Because the hoodie needs his revenge. Losing to the Eagles in Week 6.
Okay, upset.
And then losing both not Bills games. Never mind that one. Just their one Bills games because
Okay.
the other one I was looking at is a playoff game.
Okay.
Okay, I'm almost done. I'm on week 12 right now.
Go for it.
But I've got them losing a couple of games. For one, I had them losing to the the Patriots.
Okay.
Because I think that he gets that win back. I also think the Colts, because like Carson Wentz is going to be good, because now he finally has an offensive line that isn't spicy garbage.
Mhm.
So
Isn't
hmm?
he has a O-line that's better than anything that the Steelers have put on the field in the past. Oh, I don't know, 2 decades.
True.
So
I'm
I
not wrong.
think yeah. Okay, I think I'm done. Yeah, I got them going 13-4,
Okay.
and I have their losses being to the Patriots in week 4, the Colts in week 12, the Bills in week 14, and the Saints in week 15.
Oh, okay.
So there'll be a 4-game stretch where they go 1-3, and the NFL Network is going to effectively shit their pants. Like, oh my God, Tom Brady's washed up. And then they go, and then they win out, and then yeah.
All right. Moving on to the second easiest, or the 7th hardest. Strength of schedule is the NFC East. Why? Because the easiest schedules are the Eagles at 32 and the Cowboys at 31.
That'll do it.
All right, let's start with
Yep.
All right, let's
Start with the Eagles.
Start with the Eagles. They're gonna.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I think they're going to go 12-5.
You are an insane person.
I agree.
Yes, I am. I have them only losing to the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Chargers, the Saints, and the football team.
So what you're implying is that you think that Jalen Hurts is about to turn into a franchise quarterback.
Somehow, yes. I don't
Good
know how.
luck with that.
I'm optimistic as fuck for this season.
I am not. I have them just look at the entire thing. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, they go 5-1 in division. The fuck?
Oh no,
What am I thinking?
I have the exact opposite. I have them as the 3rd worst record in the NFL, going 2-15.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's somewhere in the middle. There is the answer. Somewhere between my insanity and Voice's insanity is the correct answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit that.
Yeah, their only 2 wins. I have them, the Saints and the Giants at home in Week 16. Those are the only 2 wins I see them winning. Otherwise, they're going 1-5 in their division.
All right, let's see where I have them going. 12. I think that's a little closer to what you can expect from them. But yeah, I have them losing. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting wrinkle to the season. I have them losing their first 7 games.
So do I.
Yeah, and then they beat the Lions in week 8. Oh my God. Okay, so I am creating a narrative here accidentally. I have them starting the season 1-11.
Oof.
Like their only win in their first 12 games is to the Eagles, and at this point,
so
is to the Lions. Yeah, they're going to beat themselves.
No, they're going to pull a reverse Steelers.
But yeah, they're going to
11.
lose.
11.
They're going to go 1-11 to start the season. Then they beat the Jets, beat the football team, beat the Giants, lose to the football team, beat the Cowboys.
Damn.
Finish 5-12. And like by week 12, people are going to be like, "All right, time for like whoever's going to be the top quarterback in this draft, we're going to get him." And then they blow up the tank.
Yep.
So, speaking of tanks, do we want to do the Giants?
Yeah, let's talk about the Giants.
I've got them going 0-17.
Oh, so you have them winning the Tank Bowl.
Yes.
Wow.
I do not. I have another team winning Tank Bowl. But I do have them having a very bad losing record. I have them going 4-13, going 1-5 in their division. Their only wins coming from against the Broncos, the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Eagles at home in Week 12. I want to have faith in Danny Dimes and Saquon, but they have no O line.
Their O line is worse than the Steelers.
I was gonna say it's worse.
They
than the
draft this year.
Kadarius Toney, which a lot of
people, yeah.
But which again, a good pick if not for the people that were still on the board.
Yeah, I remember.
If you just go off the fact that it's him, great pick. If you look at the rest of the available options, oh God, why did you pick him?
They pulled a Raiders, is what they did. They pulled a Raiders.
Best player available.
Yep, but
right.
How do you have them going?
Almost done. I'm at week 14. Let's see here. It's not good. It's not good. I have them losing a lot of games.
Okay.
All right, week 17. Bears 18. All right, I have them going 2-15.
Ouch. Okay, who are their 2 wins against?
Their 2 wins are against the Eagles in week 12 and the Cowboys in week 15. So I have them starting the season 0-10.
Oh, jeez. Why am I, out of all of us, I'm the nicest one towards the Giants?
What did you say, 4-13?
Yeah.
Yikes. Because I'll tell you why. Because the freaking Giants are a bad team.
Oh yeah. There's a reason why I've picked. I also have other reasons for why they've dropped that many games, and it's partly because I was being slightly nicer to other teams.
Okay. All right. In that case, moving on to damn Cowboys.
Also, a lot of mine come down to like the Giants. For me, came down to a lot of like, okay, this is a coin flip game.
Yeah.
I flip a coin. Nope, they lose.
Yeah, a couple of mine are also coin flip games, but again, they a couple of them are actually pretty easy. Again, because they have the second easiest schedule, I do have them winning a lot of games. For example, I'm probably the nicest one. I have them going 9-8, just missing the playoffs.
Someone's got to make it in this crummy ass division.
Yeah. So again, just missing the playoffs, I should say. So I have them going 5-1 in their division. Only loss in their division is going to be to Washington in week 14. Do have them big wins against against the Broncos, the Falcons, having them win against the Raiders in week 12 on Thanksgiving, and then their last stretch, they're going to win their last 4 games against the Giants, Washington, the Cardinals, and the Eagles. So I'm actually being nice to them, but only slightly. But because I'm a little bit mean, I have them missing I have them missing the playoffs based on other teams' strength of schedule.
So
here's the thing. Like, I'm looking at these games. So I gave them 4-13, and I feel like they're gonna do better than that because I like Dak Prescott coming back to the team.
Yeah.
But I'm also looking at these and being like, okay, there's got to be a game in here or two that I can like flip back to the Cowboys, and it's just like no. Like,
no.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with this. 4-13. They go 3-3 in their division. Their only wins are going to be see here, week 3 against the Eagles, week 5 against the Giants. Let's see here. What's the next one? Week 10 against the Falcons. And week 16 against the football team. So I basically have them splitting all of their divisional games.
All right. And Kanako, what's their record?
3-14, going 2-4 in the division. Their 2 wins in division are from the Giants, and their 1 other win is against the Cardinals in week 17. Yes, you heard me right. I'm saying they will go 14-1. No, 1-14 by week. Yeah, I'm not nice. They're walking into week 15 with 1 win.
All right. Okay, in that case, now finally moving on to the Washington will be determined later, hopefully by the end of the season. I'm the nice.
No,
Hell to the football team.
I'm probably the nicest out of all of you guys, so I gave them a 13-4 record. Having them go 5-1.
You are nice.
Yeah, having them give it a 5-1 division and having them finish third in the NFC.
You believe in Fitzmagic.
Well, more likely, I believe in their defense.
Oh yeah, they do have a really good defense.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
Again, pretty much winning all their matchups. The only ones I had them losing: Bills in Week 3, Chiefs in Week 6, the Bucks after their bye in Week 10, and a fluke loss to the Cowboys in Week 16.
So then there's me. I think they're going a more realistic 9-8,
Mm-hmm.
squeaking into the playoffs.
Okay.
Going 5-1 in division, and they beat the Chargers, the Giants, the Saints. Then they go on a losing streak.
Okay.
Then they beat the Panthers, the Seahawks, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Giants.
Okay. And Nikki?
Tank Bowl. You thought Tank Bowl was bad last year. It's not gonna get any better. All right, I have them going 7-10 and winning the division.
Ouch. You have no faith in the NFC East.
Why should I?
I mean, after last season, I do not blame you.
That's true.
But I have some
After last
hope in
season,
humanity.
Okay, which team get better in the NFC East? I'll wait.
The Eagles.
No.
Yes.
Okay, they got Devonta Smith, and maybe if Jalen Hurts breaks out, which I don't think he will, but if he does, then maybe. But 7-10.
Here's the thing: if the Eagles do go 12-5, I will be championing.
There you go.
Wentz for an MVP. I'll be saying this man deserves it because look how good he got.
Yeah, I have them beating the Giants in Week 2, the Falcons in 4, the Packers in Week 7 because I don't think that they're going to have Aaron Rodgers.
No. Well,
At
I
that
have them
point,
losing
yeah.
I have them winning even with Aaron Rodgers.
Ouch.
Oof.
But then I also have them losing the
This
next
one,
week to the. I have them losing the next week to the Broncos, who will have Aaron Rodgers. So.
Okay, okay, good.
Then I also have them beating the Raiders in Week 13, the Cowboys in 14, the Eagles in Week 17, and the Giants in Week 18 to basically give them 4 wins in their last 6 games. So at one point in the season they'll be 3-8 and still be on track for a divisional win.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm a dick.
All right. Okay. In that case, let's move on to the 6th hardest, the AFC East. Let's start with the New Jersey Jets. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm too easy on the Jets.
Since you're being too easy, how about you go last?
Okay, go ahead.
I have them going 6-11, a more reasonable number.
A lot of people I hear going around that.
I have them beating the Panthers, the Falcons, the Bengals, the Texans, the Dolphins, and the Jags.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
They go
Nikki.
1-5 in the division.
All right, Nikki.
They're gonna go 4-13.
Oof.
Yeah, that's
Dude, it's an improvement. It is an improvement.
And honestly, that's about where I have them too. I just gave them 2 more coin flip wins.
Okay.
Yeah, I have them pulling off kind of an upset win over the Titans in Week 4. I have them getting another kind of upset win over the Dolphins in Week 11. Then they beat the Jets in Week 12 and the Jaguars in Week 16.
You mean the Texans in Week 12?
What did I say?
You said the Jets will beat the Jets in Week 12.
Yeah, it's possible. But
I mean,
yeah,
honestly, it's the Jets. They could probably beat themselves somehow.
Okay.
they've done it before.
That's
So yeah, the Dolphins in Week 11, the Texans in Week 12, and the Jaguars in Week 16.
okay. Okay. Now it's time for mine. Okay. Realistically,
Be optimistic.
Okay, realistically, I do agree that the Jets are more than likely to go 6-11. Optimistically, if everything goes in their favor, I do see the Jets going with a 10-7 division, but 10-7, but still finishing 4th in their division.
Wow!
Because
AFC East don't fuck around.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Okay, going before their bye, I do have them being the Panthers, the Broncos, and the Falcons. All those are away games. Again, do have them beating the Bengals. And then in Week 8 at home, Colts is going to be an obvious loss, as well as the Bills. I do have them going on a 4-game win streak. Win against the Dolphins, beating the Texans, beating the Eagles at home, and like I said back when we were talking about the NFC South, I do have them beating the Saints at home.
All winnable games. I'll give you that.
Yes, that's why, again, going the more optimistic route, okay, these are winnable. Let's focus on that. Let's see if they do get those wins. Last 2 wins, not beating the Dolphins away, or the Buccaneers at home. Jags, I'm going to say there's a win. And depending on how the Bills are doing, I'm going to say they're going to get the win back away like they did back in 2019. So
yeah, because the Bills might have everything locked up by then. So
it could go either way depending on what they do, but I'll get to that when we get to the Bills. Okay, next, let's go talk about the Dolphins.
All right.
I'll go again.
All right.
I have them going 6-11. Mediocrity. My name is AFC East.
Okay.
I have them beating the Colts, the Jags, the Texans, the Panthers, the Giants, and the Jets.
Okay.
Going 1-5 in the division. I'm saying that a lot.
Okay, for me, I have them going 11-6, but in the division, they're going 2-4. So, both losses to the Bills, and splits with the Jets and the Patriots. Big wins are gonna come. Again, Panthers are gonna get the win. Again, the Saints are gonna get the win. I have them upsetting the Titans in Week 17. Again, that's an away game. Another upset, I have them being the Ravens in Week 10, which is at home, being the Falcons, but the big losses, again, are probably going to be the Colts and the Bucks. But because of how they did in their division, they're missing the playoffs.
The Dolphins' success is going to hinge on whether or not Tua Tagovailoa is going to take that step, because last year, he kept getting benched.
Yeah.
And although they did get Jacoby Brissett, who is Jacoby Brissett is a good quarterback. That is a hill I'm willing to die on.
Yep.
That's why I have them going I have them going 6-11 with a 3-game winning streak.
Okay, so beating towards the end, beating the Dolphins, beating the Saints, Titans, and Dolphins.
No, beating the Panthers, Giants, and Jets.
Oh, okay. So earlier on. Okay.
No, that's Week 12 through 15.
Yeah.
I call that.
Well, yeah, but he was saying at the end of the season.
All right. Okay, I see it.
All right, I have them going 10-7 and kind of not doing too great in the division, only 2-4. But this seems to be a pattern, which I don't think is very sustainable throughout the rest of the video, but I also have them starting the season pretty poorly. I have them losing 4 out of their first 5, losing to the Patriots, Bills, beating the Raiders, then losing to the Colts and Buccaneers.
Same.
And then
I'm the same with you guys, except for I have the Raiders and the Colts flipped.
Okay.
Okay. And then just getting really hot. Wins over the Jags, Dolphins, lost to the Bucks, but then beat the Texans and Ravens, lost to the Dolphins, beat the Panthers, Giants, Jets, Saints, lost to the Titans, and then finishing off the year with a win over the Pats. Because, like, name a more iconic duo than the Miami Dolphins name a more iconic duo than Miami beating the Patriots in the final week of the season in spectacular fashion, and the Patriots blowing said game.
Speaking of the Patriots, let's talk about them.
Okay.
All right,
I have them going 11-6.
Same. But how are they
Give me some
doing
time,
in
I'll
the
think.
division?
4-2.
Yeah, actually, same. Where are their wins and losses? Any major wins and losses?
I'll go with their losses because that'll be quicker. I have them losing to the Saints in week 3, the Chargers in week 8,
Okay.
the Browns in week 10,
Okay.
the Titans in week 12, the Bills in week 13, the Bills again in week 16, and that's it.
Okay. As for me, my losses. Okay, they're gonna start off 3-0, beating the Dolphins, Jets, and the Saints. But I had them losing to the Bucks in week 4, and then they're just gonna hit. I'm just looking at it again. They're pretty much gonna start out like 6-1, and then lost to the Chargers. Lost to the Browns. Have them split between the Bills, lost to the Colts, and a split with the Dolphins. So 4-2 in the division, finishing 11-6, and just missing the playoffs again.
I have them getting a wild card spot.
I have them going 11-6.
Okay, so all three of us pick at 11-6.
We all think they'll go 11-6. Yeah.
But
We just have different games.
This is where the tables flip from what I was saying earlier. I think they start the season 7-0. Like Dolphins, Jets, Saints, Bucks, Texans, Cowboys, and Jets all wins for the Pats, and everybody's going to be like, "Oh God, oh no, they're doing it again."
It's the evil empire. They've returned.
And people are going to be saying Matt Jones should be Rookie of the Year. Although if they start the season that hot, they might still have Cam Newton in.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
more
interesting.
than likely.
Okay, so they start the season super duper hot, 7-0, and then lost to the Chargers, shock loss to the Panthers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then a loss to the Browns leaves them 7-3. 2 back-to-back wins against the Falcons and Titans. Then they lose to the Bills, lose to the Colts. Back-to-back wins against the Bills and the Jags, and lost to the Dolphins in Week 18.
Okay, so roughly the same Week 11 through 18 for me.
Yep.
But do you have them making the playoffs or no?
I don't know yet. I'm doing these as I go, so I will let you know who I have in the playoffs at the end of this once I have all the games done.
Okay, in that case, let's move on to the Bills. I am not kind to the Bills. I do have them winning the division, but I have them going 12-5.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what.
Okay, who do they lose to?
Okay, they are losing to the Chiefs in Week 5, the Titans in Week 6, the Bucks in Week 14, the Bills in 16, and the loss to the Jets in Week 18.
I am kinder. I have them going. I guess I'll go first because I think mine is a little lower than yours. I have them going 14-3. Only losses on the season: Chiefs in Week 5, Colts in Week 11, and Patriots in Foxborough in Week 16.
Okay.
I have them going 16-1, only losing to the Chiefs in Week 5.
Oh.
Hey, I could see that. Man, the Bills. Imagine saying this like 2 years ago.
I know.
Not even that. Like it actually, yeah. Like 5 years ago, if you said the Bills might go 16-1, you'd get laughed out of the room. Now it's like,
No,
possibly.
No. Bills fans would send you through a table for saying that.
Don't make us optimistic, damn it.
All right. Next easiest schedule, we're going south to the AFC South. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I have the Texans going, winning Tank Bowl. They are going 0-17.
You know how hard it is to lose every game?
I have them
know.
going.
The Jets couldn't even do it.
No, yeah. I have them. I have the Texans going 1-16, only beating the who was it again? Where is it? Oh, in week 1 against the Jags.
You have them pulling a 99 Carolina Panthers. I love it.
Or last year's Jaguars.
Oh yeah.
They get 1 win and then nothing the entire season.
That's very
really
very
nice.
possible.
I'm really nice because I nearly gave them going 0-16 and having a tie for tank division.
Oh no.
Actually, could that happen? Yeah, that could have happened. Damn.
All
right. Guess what? I am the nicest. I have them going 2-15.
Okay, who are the 2 wins?
I have the Jaguars in week 1. I think they win that. And then I have them beating the Titans off a bye.
On week 11.
Week 11.
Ooh.
I don't think the Titans are going to be good this year. They lost a lot of pieces, and at some point, A, Derrick Henry is going to regress, and B, Ryan Tannehill is going to Ryan Tannehill.
Right. Okay. All right. In that case, let's move on to the winners of Tank Bowl last year, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
I have them going 4-13.
Same. Same, but with 2-4 in their going 2-4 in their division.
I have them going 1-5.
Okay. So their wins, sweeping the Texans, but their 2 wins, I have them week 4 against the Bengals, and then week 12 against the Falcons at home.
I have them upsetting the Broncos in week 2, beating the Cardinals in week 3.
Wait. Do you have the Broncos with Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know. This would be week 2.
Wait, so you think that they're going to acquire them mid-season?
Yes.
Interesting.
Because it'll be one of those. I've also gone with the fact that they. See, here's the thing with my season. I don't know how this whole Aaron Rodgers thing is going to go, so I've done it where it's like if Aaron Rodgers was around still, would he be pissed off and not be playing super well?
Uh-huh.
And not pissed off Aaron Rodgers like last season, pissed off Aaron Rodgers of, I don't want to be here.
Uh-huh.
Out Aaron Rodgers.
All right.
Yeah, I'm out Aaron Rodgers. It's
Okay.
a better way to put it.
Yeah, so I still have in my predictions I still have Rodgers on the Packers.
Also, their last 2 wins are against the Falcons in week 12 and the Texans in week 15.
Mm-hmm. All right.
They go 1-5 in the division.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm really
I have them
used to saying that. Huh.
Yeah. I have them going 4-13 with
Okay.
1-5 in the division, and again starting the season very weak with 0-6 heading into their bye week,
Oof.
and then I have them upsetting the Seahawks
Why?
in Seattle.
Why?
Because there's always one game where you're just like, how the fuck did that happen? And I think the Jaguars might pull that one off. Like, I have no scientific basis for this. But, like, I don't see... Because we've had a lot of teams start the season with, like, 0-8, 0-10, 1-11. I don't think that many teams are going to lose that many games in a row to start the year. That just doesn't feel right, because you never see that happen in the league.
Right.
Like, usually by the time you get to week, like, 9 or so, there's only one winless team left. Maybe 2.
All right.
So I think the Jaguars pull off a shock win in Seattle. I have them beating the 49ers in Week 11.
Oh, okay.
I have them beating the Rams in Week 13.
Oh, so they're gonna pull a Jets.
Yeah. And beating the Texans in Week 15.
All right. Next, eeny, meeny, miny, let's do the Colts.
Oh, I can already tell I like the Colts this year.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I have them going 7-10, going 4-2 in the division.
Okay.
I have them beating the Rams in Week 2,
All right.
then going on a 3-game losing streak.
Ouch.
But all those games are away, so
Okay.
yeah. Beating the Texans in Week 6, beating the Jets and Jags in Week 9 and 10, beating the Texans again, and then in round 17 beating the Raiders, and in round 18 the Jags.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm
For
nice.
Carson Wentz. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go first. You first.
All right, are you ready for Carson Wentz Comeback Player of the Year?
No.
I have them going 13-4.
Same.
Ah!
How they do in their division?
5-1.
Same. Split with the Titans.
Yep.
Okay, same.
Did you cheat? Did you cheat off my homework?
I'm not sure. Where are their losses?
I have them losing Week 1 to Seattle, Week
Nope.
3 to the Titans, Week 5 to the Ravens, and then Week 16 to the Cardinals.
Okay, I'm different. I had them losing to the Rams Week 2, losing to the losing to the Titans Week 3, losing to the 49ers Week 7, and then losing to the Bills Week 11.
Do you think that they're going to start Jimmy Garoppolo?
The 49ers?
Yeah.
Well, this early in the season, again, they're probably healthy. Yeah, I could see them playing the. Excuse me.
Trey Lance?
Yeah, no, I can see them playing Garoppolo, and then I have to double check how I put the 49ers. But yeah, Lance maybe later in the season, depending on if Garoppolo's throwing more interceptions or got injured. But we'll see. But yeah, that's how I have the Colts. And finally, let's talk about the Tennessee Titans.
Let me go first because I'm far too optimistic, apparently.
Go ahead.
I have them going 16-1.
Why?
What the fuck? You think Derrick Henry's going to run for 5,000 yards?
I mean, maybe.
Because that's what it's going to take.
I honestly think the Titans will go ham this season because it's their last chance. And then they will still fuck up in the playoffs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Their only loss will be to the Bills in Week 6.
Okay.
I have them going 8-9.
Because Monday Night Football is fucking crazy.
Sure.
Okay.
That is going crazy.
Okay, you said you had them 8-9?
8-9. Like, I think they start the season pretty rough. I have them starting the season 2-6, with their only wins being a win at home over the Colts and a win over the Jaguars.
Okay.
And then they get kind of hot later on, win, and just kind of go strong down the stretch. But I don't think it'll be enough. Like, I don't think they're making the playoffs.
Okay, I actually have them. I have them making the playoffs. I have them going 12-5, 5-1 in their division. Only loss being, of course, the Colts. Only losses I have them: Seahawks in Week 2, Colts in Week 8, Rams in Week 9, the Pats in Week 12, and a loss at home to the Dolphins in Week 17. But yeah,
I'm apparently really optimistic to the Titans.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I do have some big wins. Have them beating the Steelers in Week 15 and beating the 49ers in Week 16. But other than that, oh right, I forgot. I have them beating the Chiefs in Week 7.
Whoa! How about that? Who's my biggest wins for the Titans? I guess a win over the Colts in Week 3, one over the Rams in Week 9, Saints in week 10.
Yeah, and I have them beating the Bills in week 6.
And the Steelers in week 15.
All right. Okay.
On to the next one.
Next, we'll be going to the West. The AFC West, in fact. Yeah, so they actually have the, again, they're in the middle, so they have the fourth hardest schedule out of everybody. And let's start off with the mile-high Denver Broncos. I am not kind to these guys at all.
Wow, really? Even with, okay, let's start with this. Do you think they're getting Aaron Rodgers?
They are not getting Aaron Rodgers.
Then that's understandable.
Because I have them going 4-13, going 1-5 in their division.
If they don't have Aaron Rodgers, I can 100% see that.
Okay, without Aaron Rodgers, only wins. I have them beating the Jaguars in week 2. I have them beating the Raiders in week 6, the Eagles in week 10, and the Lions in week 14. All of that, everyone else is a loss.
So, I'm slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
I have them going 10-7, only just making the playoffs.
Okay, I'm not. Even if they did have Aaron Rodgers, I'm not that optimistic.
So this is what I have them going into week 8. Yeah, into week 8, I have them going, 5-3. And then they get they beat the Cowboys, they lose against the Eagles, and then from after the bye they go win, loss, win, 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 loss. And win. So their last two are losers to the Chargers and the Chiefs. They lose both games to the Chiefs. They lose to the Jaguars in week 2. They lose to the Ravens in week 4, and they lose to the Browns in week 7.
All right, and Nikki?
I am going on the assumption that they do get Aaron Rodgers, and they go 12-5.
All right.
So I have them starting the season really strong, beat the Giants, beat the Jags, beat the Jets, warm-ups, but then lose to the Ravens, beat the Steelers and Raiders, lost to the Browns, beat the football team, beat the Cowboys, beat the Eagles, beat the Chargers at home, lost to the Chiefs, beat the Lions, beat the Bengals, lost to the Raiders, lost to the Chargers, but then beat the Chiefs to close out the season. So I have them going 12-5, but only 3-3 in the division. I think this division's going to be really competitive.
I think it's only going to be competitive for 2, but one of them is not going to be the Raiders.
Oh yeah. The Raiders are not there.
No, in fact, I'm harsh to the Raiders in this one. I have them going 5-12. With going 2-4 in their division.
So,
their only wins. I have them beating the Bears in week 5. Eagles.
Ouch.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Too bad. Being the Eagles in week 7. Actually, I have them on a 3-game win streak. Eagles after the bye beating the Raiders, and fluke win against the Chiefs in week 10.
Go on.
And their only other win will be against the Broncos in week 16.
I'm evil. I'm pure evil to Raiders fans. I have them going 10-7 and missing the playoffs.
Oh.
That's more likely these days with the 17-game schedule. You can win 10 games and not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So here's what I have them doing. I have them going before their bye. I have them going 4-3. Then they go on a 5-game winning streak, and then they collapse at the end of the season, only having their last game be a win over the Chargers, meaning they miss out on the playoffs because they go on a 4-game losing streak.
So they're going to be
the most Raiders possible.
So
yeah.
they're going to win the collapse trophy.
Yeah, they basically going into week 13, they're like, okay, we're pretty close to clinching a playoff spot. Lose, 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 lose.
Yeah. So, by the way, who won last year? I'm gonna say the Cardinals.
No, because Cardinals still finished all right.
No, well, no, because they
Would the
were
Steelers count?
I wouldn't say that since they still made the playoffs. I'm talking about like teams that missed the playoff based on like a couple of losses or like that's why I'm saying because the Cardinals started off hot and then just went on a cold streak towards the end of the season. I'm giving the collapse trophy to the Cardinals.
I can't remember. I'd have to look.
Because
wait, no, it was the Giants.
The Giants? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because all they had to do was like finish kind of sort of close to the like somewhat competitive and they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
All right, I have them going 6-11. Like the division's just going to be too difficult, I think, for them.
Uh-huh.
I have them getting a win on Monday Night Football to start the season against the Ravens, and then the bottom just falls out.
Oof.
Like lost to the Steelers, lost to the Dolphins, lost to the Chargers, lost to the Bears, lost to the Broncos.
You think the Steelers are going to win games?
I think they're going to win games. Like I don't think that they're going to be just the worst team in the world. They're not going to be good, but they'll still get some wins.
Mm-hmm.
But then they'll pick up a couple here and there. Wins over or beat the Eagles in Week 7, Giants in Week 8, Bengals in Week 11, Cowboys in Week 12, and a kind of surprise win over the Broncos in Week 16. But that's it. 6-11, 1-5 in the division. Yeah.
Okay. Next, the Chargers, my sleeper team.
I think these are a lot of people's sleeper team because these guys are going to be really good.
Yeah, I have them going 13-4 and getting the 5 seed. I only have them losing 4 games and they're early on. Losses to Washington, to the Chiefs, to the Browns, and to the Ravens. And then once that bye week, win.
I have them going 9-8, missing the playoffs.
Yeah.
Their losses are to the football team in Week 1, the Chiefs in Week 2, not 2, 3. Losses in Week 4, 5, and 6 to Raiders, Browns, and Ravens. I agree with you. After the bye, they're going to have a really good run of 4 wins. But then they're going to lose to the Broncos, get 2 wins, lose to the Chiefs, and then lose to the Raiders at the end of the season because I'm evil.
I am less evil because I really like Justin Herbert. I think he's going to be I think he's going to be this year what Josh Allen was last year. Just the guy who's just like, oh, yeah, he's a top 5 quarterback. They're going 14-3.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
yep.
Who beats them?
I have them losing to the Chiefs in Week 3 in KC. I have them losing to the Browns in Week 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I have them losing to the Broncos in Week 12 coming off a bye. The Broncos coming off the bye.
Okay.
Everything else is wins across the board. Like, this Chargers team is really, really good, y'all. And
I honestly, I'm happy me and you agree on the games that they're going to lose. I just think they're going to lose a few more games in places.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, the Kansas City Chiefs.
May I go first?
Go ahead.
I have them going
no?
14-3.
All right. What about
they
them?
are only they're only going to lose to the Ravens in Week 2, the Titans in Week 7, and the Raiders in Week 10.
Well, I have them going. Oh, I have them going.
And then, and then, like you guys have said, after the bye, win.
Well, I have them also going 14-3, but I have them losing to the Titans in Week 7, losing to the Raiders in Week 10, and a loss to the Chargers in Week 15. So 4-2 in their division, but getting the number 1 seed overall with a 14-3 record.
Me and you are honestly very similar. I just think they'll win their division 5-1, and lose to the Ravens early in the season.
All right, and Nikki?
I also have them going 14-3.
Eh.
Yeah, I have them losing week 1 to the Browns.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
But then, let's see here. How many wins is this in a row? Many.
Okay.
Many.
It looks like 12.
What's their next loss?
Chargers week 15.
All right.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 12 wins in a row.
Nice.
And then a loss in the final week of the season to the Broncos.
Oh.
But by that point, I think they will have everything locked up. And I say that because well, actually, no, because I don't know. But they might have everything locked up by then and can afford a loss. Especially if it, yeah.
All right, let's go across divisions to the NFC West. They have the third hardest schedules combined. Let's start off with the Arizona Cardinals. Last year they were 8-8. I have not counted them this year. I have them going 4-13, going 1-5 in their division. Only wins I have them going have them beating the Jaguars in week 3. I have them upsetting the 49ers in week 5, beating the Texans in week 7, and beating the Bears off their bye in week 13. Everything else are losses, including to the Lions, the Vikings, and the Panthers, I believe. The other ones.
Yep. Me and you are very similar, but also very different.
Go ahead.
I have them going 6-11, 1-5 in the division. Those words again, 5-1 in the division. I have them only beating the Vikings in week 2, then going on a 4-game losing streak until they face the Texans in week 7, beating the Panthers in week 10, beating the Seahawks in week 11, beating the Lions in week 15, beating the Colts in week 16.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just not all that optimistic about the strength of the NFC West. I have them going 12-5.
Oh.
How?
I think Kyler Murray makes a jump. I think that he becomes one of the better quarterbacks in the league, and I think that defense makes a jump. All right. I have them winning their first 3. Titans, Vikings, Jags. Lost to the Rams. Beat the Niners. Lost to the Browns. Then they beat the Texans. They beat the Aaron Rodgers-less Packers. Lost to the Niners because that series is always competitive, even when neither team is good. Beat the Panthers. Lost to the Seahawks. Beat the Bears. Beat the Rams. Beat the Lions. Beat the Colts. Beat the Cowboys. And lost to the Seahawks. None of those games feel that surprising. So, I don't know. Maybe I just have certain teams higher or lower than you guys, but yeah, I think the Cardinals are going to do pretty good this season. Although I do think they're going to go 2-4 in the division. So maybe I do think that the division's better than I thought. I don't know.
All right. Okay, next, let's go.
You know what it is? The NFC West is always super competitive with each other.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of parity even amongst the bad teams.
Seahawks?
Yeah. All right, Seahawks. Okay.
I'll go.
Okay, good.
You won. I have them going also 6-11, but having a slightly better divisional game turnout of 2-4.
Okay.
Beat the Colts in week 1, then go on a 6-game losing streak. Beat the Jags. Then their next win comes in week 13 against the 49ers. Then they beat the Texans. Then they win their last 2 games against the Lions and the Cardinals.
Okay. I have them going 11-6, making the playoffs, with a division record of 4-2. Have them losing to their only losses. Have them losing to the Colts in week 1, losing to the Vikings in week 3. 49ers week 4, losing to the Aaron Rodgers with Packers in week 10, losing to Washington in week 12, and losing to the Rams in week 15. They're split. Do I have them as split wins? Yeah, I have them as split wins with both the 49ers and the Rams. Have them beating the Rams in week 5 and beating the 49ers in week 13.
All right. I think that the Seahawks go 12-5, same as the Cardinals.
Okay.
Only losses on the season: week 1 to the Colts, week 4 to the 49ers, the surprise loss to the Jags in week 8, since the Jaguars are going to be coming off. Like, not only are the Jaguars going to be coming off a bye, the Seahawks are going to be coming off a short week because they'll have a Monday night game the prior week.
Okay.
So that surreptitiously works out in my favor. I have another loss to the Niners. I think they get swept by the Niners. And because I'm a piece of shit, the Bears beat them in week 16.
Yeah.
I think by that point, Justin Fields is going to show that he's like pretty good. So.
All right, moving on.
I'm finally starting to come around on Justin Fields. Like, before I was just like, no, I don't know about this, but now I'm just like, he'll be good.
All right. Okay, up next is the San Francisco 49ers. I actually have them going 13-4 and locking in the first wild card spot. Only major losses I have for them: Cardinals week 5. That's an away game. Lost to the Seahawks 13, lost to the Titans in week 16, and lost to the Rams in week 18.
Who are we talking about?
49ers.
Okay, yeah, just wanted to double check.
Yep, I feel like with a healthier team, they're gonna be hot, and hopefully no turfs break their legs.
That would be ideal.
I feel like I've overestimated how good the 49ers will be this season. I have them going 13-4.
Okay, so same as me.
Yeah.
I have them beating the Eagles. No, I have them losing to the Eagles in week 2, losing to the Bears in week 8, losing to the Seahawks in week 13, losing to the Titans in week 16. They go 5-1 in the division.
Okay.
All right, I have them going 11-6, which it doesn't feel like that should be their where they end up, because I feel like they aren't gonna be this good, but that's what it came out as. So I have them winning their first 4 games: Lions, Eagles, Packers, Seahawks. Then a loss, back-to-back losses to the Cards, bye, and then to the Colts. Then a couple wins against the Bears and Cards, a couple losses to the Rams and Jaguars. Then beat Viking, beat Seahawk, lost to the Bengals. I have them losing to the Bengals.
Huh.
Yeah, because by that point, I think Joe Burrow's going to be coming along nicely, and I think that they'll be a competitive team. And then their only other loss would be to the Rams in the final week of the season.
All right. Speaking of the Rams, let's move on to them.
I'm ready to talk about the Rams.
Go ahead.
I have them going 9-8 and missing the playoffs by 1 place.
Oh, you're cruel.
Not just that. I have them missing out because they lost 1 game in their division.
Oh.
And they're beaten out by the football team.
Wow.
I'm evil. So I have their first 2 weeks being losses, but then they go on a hot streak of 6 games.
Okay.
Beat the Buccaneers somehow. Beat the Cardinals, beat the Seahawks, beat the Giants, beat the Lions, beat the Texans, 3-game losing streak, lose off the bye, which sucks, but win against the Jags, Cardinals, and Seahawks, and then lose 3 games in a row to end the season and miss the playoffs.
Ouch.
I'm not as high.
I'm a vindictive kind of evil.
Yeah, I just am like less excited about the Rams. Like, they're one of those teams that you think that they're going to be really good, and then it's just like, oh, they're mediocre. I have them going 7-10.
Oh.
Yeah, someone's got out of this division. Anyway, start the season with a loss to the Bears, loss to the Colts, loss to the Bucks. Sean McVay is super on the hot seat. Then they managed to get by the Cardinals, but then lost to the Seahawks. So they start the season 1-4 and really just kind of 50-50 their way through the rest of the season. Like, they basically just kind of split, like go back and forth between winning and losing. I have them losing to the Lions in week 7.
Oh.
And also to the Jaguars in week 13. Like, they lose to some weird teams, but they also beat, like, who's a good one that I have them beating? They beat the Niners twice. So there's that. But yeah, it's not going to be all that great for them. I think that by the end of the season, people are going to be like, is Sean McVay actually good?
So I'm the nicest out of everybody. Like, really nice. I have them going 15-2. And and having them winning the number 1 seed in the NFC. Only 2 losses. Split between the Seahawks and the 49ers. And again, both of them are away games. Lost to the Seahawks in week 5 and a loss to the 49ers in week 10. And after the bye, they just win the rest of their games. Again, I'm nice to the 49ers, the Rams. I'm liking what they're doing. Because now they actually have a quarterback with all 5 fingers on his right hand.
Yeah, sure, but like Stafford, he's getting older and he's never really been like. Granted, being in Detroit will like make people seem not all that great, even if they are that good. But like, I don't know. I just don't have them.
All right. Well, in that case, let's move on to the second hardest division. The AFC North.
The North divisions are going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Starting.
So, who do we want to start with?
Bungles.
Bungles.
I don't think they're going to bungle that hard.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Oh. I have them going 3-14.
Oh.
I have them beating the Steelers twice and beating the Jags.
Like what I have to say.
Okay, well, I have them going 4-13, going 1-5 and going 1-5 in their division. I'm trying to remember what their fluke win was. All right, I have them winning against the Steelers in week 12. But the other teams have them beating Bengals the Lions in week 6, the Raiders in week 11, and the Broncos in week 15. So yeah, they're actually better away than they are at home.
Interesting. I have the Bengals going 8-9.
Ooh, okay, generous.
Yeah, I think that they're going to be. I think they're going to be this year's Dolphins. I think they're the team that makes a very nice leap. And like, I actually have them starting the season 5-1. Like, beat the Vikings, lost to the Bears, beat the Steelers, beat the Jags, beat the Packers, and beat the Lions. Tell me which ones of those games they can't win. Exactly.
Only if Aaron Rodgers is playing on the Packers.
Sure. I'm assuming that he won't be.
Also the Vikings.
I don't like the Vikings this year. Like, granted, I don't like the Vikings any year because I don't like the Vikings. Like,
Because you're a Bears fan.
sure, yes, I have no problems admitting that. But like, how you would think I would be towards the Packers, I am actually towards the Vikings. Because I respect the Packers.
Mm.
I just straight
I
up don't like the Vikings.
I respect their field.
They do have a historic field, but like, if you're a Bears fan and you don't like the Packers, you're just setting yourself up to be miserable because the Packers are better than the Bears. Like, if you look through a 20-year stretch, the Bears are better than the Packers in like 3 of those years.
Mm.
So yeah, I have them starting the season really strong, 5-1, lost to the Ravens, but then they beat the Jets, and then they kind of slide down when they have some tougher opponents. Lost to the Browns, lost to the Raiders, lost to the Chargers, Broncos, Steelers, Chiefs, and Browns. They really fall apart towards the end of the season. Like, they end on a 4-game losing streak, but it's enough to at least it's enough to make people go, hey, maybe the Bengals are actually good. But that end of the season stretch, I think, will be enough to get Zach Taylor fired, which I think they need to do to take that next step.
Okay. All right. Next, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Let me start, please. Please let me start.
Go ahead.
I have them going 1-16 and fucking up their tank.
I'm not that cruel.
I'm that cruel.
They only beat in week 6 the Seahawks.
Really? Okay, Nikki, what are you then?
1-16.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yep, their one win is against the Raiders. They're bad, y'all. They're really bad. They have no offensive line.
They have no O-line and a massively regressing quarterback. They're fucked.
I have them going 5-12.
You.
Okay.
Good for you.
Okay, I have them being the Raiders week 2, the Bengals week 3, the Lions week 10, the Broncos week 5, and a fluke win against the Browns in week 17.
How the tables have turned.
So yeah, they have
my, how the turntables.
Yeah, they do have a good their home record is 5-4, away record is 0-8.
Actually,
if the Steelers go 1-16, the U-Tree videos are going to be amazing.
Yes, they will. I want more days of our Steelers. I want it so bad.
All right, let's moving on. To who I think we're all gonna say is going to be the second place team. Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
So fun fact, I have them going 15-2.
Okay.
Damn.
I have them going 15-2, and their 2 losses are against the Browns.
Okay.
I
have them
that's a lot.
I have them going 11-0.
11-0 to start the season, or
yes,
like
11-0. Then they lose to the Browns. Then they beat the Steelers. Then they lose to the Browns.
Okay.
Because their lineup is kind of weird.
I actually have them going the other way. I have them starting the season kind of slow, but then coming on strong late. I have them going 12-5, but they start the season with 2 straight losses to the Raiders and Chiefs. But then they win 3 in a row against the Lions, Broncos, and Colts. Lost to the Chargers, beat the Ravens and the Vikings, lost to the Dolphins, beat the Bears, beat the Browns at home, beat the Steelers, lose to the Browns in Cleveland, and then win the rest of the games. Okay. So I have them winning, let's see here, 7 out of their last 8.
All right. Well, in that case, I have the Ravens going 11-6 and having the best division record at 5-1. So I have them splitting only losses to the Browns in week 14. Only other losses, lost to the Chiefs week 2 at home, lost to the Colts at home, lost to the Dolphins away, lost to the Bears away, since they're coming off their bye, and I have losing to the Rams week 17 at home. And I have them just making the playoffs, just edging out the Patriots. But yeah, I do think the Ravens are going to be good. They're just going to have like a pretty average season, as far as the wins losses are going to be going. So win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win.
Okay.
Okay, and finally, for the AFC, the Cleveland Browns.
Who wants to go first? Not me.
I want to go first.
Go for it.
16-1.
No.
Yes. The Browns are really good.
Who did they lose to?
Ravens week 12.
Okay.
Like, I'm looking at this schedule. There's a couple of tough games in there. Like Chiefs week 1, Aaron Rodgers' Broncos week 7, Ravens back-to-back, basically. They have Ravens by Ravens, which is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, that is weird.
Well, last year we were supposed to have it was Jets Dolphins by then Jets Dolphins, but then COVID happened and they moved the Jets game up. One of the Jets.
That is weird.
Yeah.
And anyway.
But yeah, I think that this is going to be a really my two best teams so far, I think, are the Browns and the Bills. We have truly reached the bizarro timeline.
Well, I have the Browns again winning the division. I have them going 14-3, but they go 4-2 in the division. I already mentioned the split with the Ravens and the fluke loss to the Steelers. Their only other loss, the Chiefs in week 1. Which means the Browns are going to go on a 10-game win streak.
Yeah. I mean, I have them going on an 11-game win streak, so it'd be like that.
I have them going 15-2,
Mm-hmm.
dropping no games into division. In week 1, they lose to the Chiefs.
Okay.
Then they proceed to go on a winning streak for 15 games.
Oh, goodness.
Wait, no. 1, 3, 4.
It'd have to be 14 if you have them
13,
losing to the Packers.
13 games. I have them losing against the Packers in week 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still,
That would
13 win streak.
That would be on Christmas Day, I think.
Yeah. A Christmas miracle for the Packers.
Sure.
Yep. Speaking of, let's move on over to the hardest schedule, the NFC North. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with the Detroit Kitty Cats. Who has the worst raise your hand if you think they have the worst record. If you have the worst record for them. Okay. What do you have them going for?
4-13.
Nope. I have worse.
Oof.
Nikki.
I have them going 4-13 as well.
I have them going 2-15.
And who
Reasonable.
do they beat?
There are only two teams to beat: the Eagles in week 8 and the Cardinals in week 15.
Yeah.
Everyone else is a loss.
I have them beating. Go ahead.
I have them beating the Bungles in week 6, the Steelers in week 10, the Vikings in week 13, and the Packers in week 18.
Oh. Okay.
I have them beating the Vikings in week 5, the Rams in week 7, the Steelers in week 10, and the Packers in week 18. I have them sweeping the Packers.
Okay. Moving on. Can't have to say this. All right, let's talk about your team, the Chicago Bears. Should I go first since I'm probably the most harshest?
Yeah, I was about to say, be the most unbiased person here, please.
Yes.
I have them going 7-10, and splitting the division 3-3. Okay, so loss to the Rams week 1, beating the Bengals, loss to the Browns, beating the Lions. Actually, no, I had them split. I had them sweeping the Lions. Loss to the Raiders, loss to the Packers at home, loss to the Bucks, loss to the 49ers, beating the Steelers, beating the Ravens, I think is their big upset. Beating the Lions, loss to the Cardinals, and then loss to the Packers, beating the Vikings in week 15, loss to the Seahawks, beating the Bears, and then losing to the Vikings week 18. Again, coming from an unbiased source, 7-10.
Okay, I feel like I'm going to be slightly more unbiased than Kana.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to throw that out there. I think they go 11-6. Because, like, remember, the Bears last year were a playoff team.
Yes.
They are not bad, and they got better at quarterback.
Yes.
Let's remember this, kids.
And they got an O-line.
They have an O-line. They got Tevin Jenkins. I almost said Tevin Coleman. But yeah, they've got offensive line pieces. They've got receivers. They've got a quarterback. They have offense. Holy shit!
Somehow the Bears have made a good team. I don't know how, but they have.
It's weird. It is weird. So I have their losses being to the Browns in week 3, the Bucks in week 7, the 49ers in week 8, the Ravens in week 11, the Cardinals in week 13, and the Packers in Green Bay coming off a bye in week 14. I also have them winning their last 4 games and securing the NFC North.
Oh my god. So I have them going 13-4.
Oh my gosh.
I have them losing to the Browns. I have them losing to the Browns in week 3, the Buccaneers in week 7, the Ravens in week 11, and on week 14, the Packers.
Okay.
Which, honestly, a lot of those are the same as yours. It's just I feel like the Ravens are going to have a decent season in places.
I have them losing to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Okay, now, who hates the Vikings more?
Me, I hate the Vikings.
Okay, hate the Vikings.
I also dislike the Vikings, but I think they're going to have a decent year.
Okay.
Mediocre year is what I put
Yeah.
it as.
Yeah. I hate the Vikings, but I still have them going 6-11.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a not very exciting bad season, but it's not great. They'll actually start out the season 0-5. So
Oh, jeez, really?
lost to the Bengals, Cardinals, Seahawks, Browns, and then Lions. And at that point, Mike Zimmer is super fired. Zimmer's still their head coach, right?
Yeah, Mike Zimmer's still the head coach.
Yeah, Zimmer's done after that.
Okay.
See, I'm slightly nicer. I have them going 7-10, but crapping the division. Their divisional work is absolute shite. I have them beating the I only have them. Yeah, I'll do their wins. I have them beating the Bengals. I have them beating the Seahawks. I have them beating the Lions, the Panthers, and the Cowboys in a row. But then I have them having a 5-game losing streak against the Ravens, Chargers, Packers, 49ers, and Lions, beating the Steelers, and beating the Rams, and then losing their last 2 games against the Packers and the Bears as the NFC, NFC North should be.
Okay, you folks are gonna hate me. I have them going 9-8. Just getting into the playoffs, beating out the Cowboys.
Boo!
Boo!
Well,
boo!
Okay. Well, hang on. They knocked the Cowboys out. That's net positive.
Okay.
I mean,
if there's one team, If there's one team I hate more than the Vikings, it's the Cowboys. So
Yeah,
Alright.
but I have the Cowboys having the second worst record in the NFC.
But
sure.
okay, but anyway, I actually have them starting 4-1. Their only loss going to the Browns. Then they do hit a snag in like the last few weeks. I have them losing to the Bears away, losing to the Vikings, losing to the Rams at home, and of course losing to the Packers in Lambeau. But their final win against the Bears at home is what gets them into the playoffs. Because if they lose, then the Cowboys are in. So yeah, I do have them losing to the Chargers. I have them losing to the 49ers, and I'm trying to think what the other ones. Yeah, that's about it. And yeah, so I have them beating. Oh right, and I have them losing to the Panthers as well. So, but I do have them beating the Cowboys in Week 8 off their bye. All right, and finally,
Lastly,
Tom Grassi's team.
Tom Grassi's team, the Green Bay Packers. I'll go first since I'm the most unbiased here. If Rodgers stays, which I'm predicting, they will be going 10-7, getting the 4 seed.
that honestly makes sense. If because he's
evil,
not going to be
then.
he's not going to be as good as he was last year because he played at an MVP level last year, and he's not going to be as good. He's going to be disgruntled if he's still playing for the Packers. So he's going to drop a few more games than he would if he was there.
Right.
So I could see that.
Yeah, the Packers are playing more away games than home games this year.
So
It's gotta happen.
Should I mention my win-loss record for the Packers?
Well, not yet. I still have to go through mine.
Okay.
I do have them starting. I'm starting off. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-1. Only lost to the 49ers in Week 3. I actually have them losing to Washington at home in Week 7.
Hey, the football team is a football team, okay? Yep. So
right,
you can quote me on that. That is a fact.
Right. Lost to the Chiefs Week 9. Back-to-back losses against the Vikings and the Rams while they're home. And then lost to both the Ravens and the Browns. And so they get in. So they get in at 10-7 by having basically the best record in their division at 5-1. Only loss being the Vikings in Week 11.
Okay.
So I have them going 12-5.
Okay.
This is assuming a few things and a lot of lucky games.
Okay.
And Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
So they lose to the 49ers in Week 3. They lose to the Bears in Week 6. They lose to the Chiefs in Week 9. And they lose to the Ravens in Week 15. And then they lose to the Lions in Week 18.
Huh.
I think that's
Okay. Okay.
They go 4-2 in the division and don't get the number 1 in the division because they lose to the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so remember what I said earlier. I respect the Packers. I do not hate the Packers. So just keep that in mind for what I'm about to say.
Don't say it.
3-14.
Oh God.
Also keep in mind, I think they ship off Aaron Rodgers before the season starts.
Okay.
Because they're gonna. I think Rodgers holds out. I think Rodgers is going to not show up, and they're gonna trade him before the start of the season to the Broncos. And if you've heard what the Packers have had to say about Jordan Love, that's not good. He's not ready. They're still talking about him being in development. So if they have to rely on Jordan Love or, God forbid, Blake Bortles,
Uh-oh.
they're fucked. They are big fucked. I actually have them starting the season kind of okay. 2-2, lost to the Saints, beat the Lions, lost to the 49ers, beat the Steelers, and then, oh dear. Like, they lose their next 8.
You are a cruel, cruel man.
I know. I'm a dick. I'm a big old floppy dick. Then they had their bye, and then they beat the Bears at Lambeau, and then they lose out 3-14, second worst record in the NFC.
This I just found a tweet that came out like 2 days ago or something.
Okay.
It is the framework of a potential Aaron Rodgers trade with the Broncos.
Telling you, it's happening.
Aaron Rodgers and a fourth round pick in the 2022 draft for QB Drew Lock, DE Bradley Chubb, guard Dalton Reisen, a first round pick in the 2022 draft, a second round pick in the 2022 draft, a first round pick in the 2023 draft, and a first round pick in the 2024 draft.
So you're saying, hang on, let me make sure I got this right. You have them shipping off a quarterback, a former first round pick in Bradley Chubb, an offensive lineman, and 3 first round picks and a second rounder?
This is according to the professionals.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot for a 35-year-old quarterback.
At 40, yes, he is old, but he did just have an MVP season.
Sure. That's a lot, though. But, I mean, I'm sure the Packers would say yes to that.
I mean, anyone would say yes to that.
Yeah?
Like,
I would say yes to that for Justin Fields.
Oh, the Broncos are going to kneecap themselves for the next, how many seasons?
Like 3 at least. Like, that is their all-in push, if that is the actual thing.
That's according to
Schefter?
That's according to the MMQB.
Oh, Monday Morning Quarterback. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's bold. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
All right. So now that I have my thing finished, I can finally say who's.
James Thomas replied to that saying, "How about Rodgers stays put? The Packers make a deal after June 1 and for Julio Jones.
Julio Jones, oh god.
We send Jordan Love in the deal as a throw-in since it seems Rodgers doesn't like him. We make a run at the Super Bowl. If we fall short, then trade him because after 3 shots, time to go."
Alright, anyway, what you were saying, Nikki?
Now that I've got this all done, I can finally see who I have as my playoff team. So in the AFC, I have the Browns as the 1 and the top overall seed, like throughout the whole playoffs. Colts 2, Chiefs 3, Bills 4, because I have all 3 of those teams at 14-3, so I guess the Colts win the tiebreaker. And my wild card teams are the Chargers at 14-3. Ouch. The Ravens, and sneaking in it, well, not really sneaking in, but with a 12-5 record is the Broncos. I have the Patriots missing the playoffs with an 11-6 record.
So do I. In fact,
I don't.
Well,
because I have the rest of the AFC being really strong.
Okay. Well, what's your NFC?
My 1 seed in the NFC is the Bucks at 13-4. My 2 is the Seahawks, 12-5. Bears is the 3 at 11-6, and the Washington Football Team makes the playoffs with a 7-10 record. Tank Bull is back, baby.
So,
And my wild cards are the Cardinals, the Saints, and the 49ers.
So my playoffs are interesting. I'm going to start off with the NFC. I have in the 1 seed the Buccaneers. In the 2 seed I have the Bears. In the 3rd seed I have the 49ers. In the 4th seed I have the Eagles. My wild card teams are the Green Bay Packers, the Saints, and the football team. The worst team to make it into the playoffs from this division are the football team at 9-8.
Huh.
You think 2 teams from Tank Bull is going to make the playoffs? Voice? Oh, wait. What's your AFC?
My AFC is weird. It's very weird. My number 1 seed is the Bills. My number 2 seed is the Titans. The 3 seed is the Browns, and the 4th seed is the Chiefs. My wild cards are Ravens, Patriots, and Broncos. My most disappointed team are the Raiders at 10-7.
All right, I'll go.
I honestly think that if we're doing most disappointed, I think mine might be the Dolphins, who also finished 10-7 and are the 9 seed.
Okay.
Mine are the Raiders because they're the 8th seed and they miss out because bad luck.
Okay. All right, I'll do mine. I'll start in the NFC this time. My number 1 seed, I have the Rams at 15-2. Yep. The 2 seed is the Bucks, also at 15-2, but because they have the easier schedule, Rams get the number one seed.
That would piss off the executives to no end.
I know. It makes me warm and tingly inside. Number 3 I have Washington at 13-4, and the 4 seed's going to be the Packers at 10-7. 5th seed 49ers, 6th seed the Seahawks, and then the 7th seed are the Vikings, just barely squeezing in. And most disappointed, the Cowboys at 9-8.
And
Which is
I think there's one other big thing that we need to talk about. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I have to do the AFC.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so number 1 seed I got the Chiefs 14-3. Number 2, the Browns. Number 3, I have the Colts at 13-4. And the 4th seed, I have the Bills. The wild card, number 5, the Chargers, 13-4. The Titans at 12-5. And then the Ravens at 11-6. And this is how I have the 8, 9, 10 seed. 8, 9, 10 are Patriots, Dolphins, Jets. 11-6, 11-6, 10-7.
Somehow you had the AFC East being both really, really good and really, really bad because they only had 1 team make the playoffs.
I know.
You think that's crazy? My AFC, it's AFC. Yeah, my AFC West, Chiefs at 4th. Then Broncos, Raiders, and Chargers 7, 8, 9.
The closest I have to that is my NFC West, where I have the Seahawks as the 2, the Cardinals and 49ers as the 5 and 7, and the Rams at the 9. But even then, the Rams are still 7 and 10. So I think there's a pretty big there's only going to be 7 playoff worthy teams out of the NFC. Everyone else is going to be far and away far on the outside. Yeah. And even then, that includes the NFC West or NFC East champion. Washington.
Do we want to do a rapid fire playoffs based on how we think things will go?
It's getting a little late.
I do want to do one more thing before we go, and that's talk about who's going to end up with the number 1 overall pick. Please direct.
I have the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find out who that would be. Oh wait, no, I know who that would be. That would be the 0-17 Giants.
That makes sense. I have the Steelers.
Still, here's the thing: Steelers were in the run for it, but they got 1 win. Same with the Texans. I had a freeway dance for the words English for the Tank Bowl.
Okay.
Did Giants win in the? No, Giants didn't win. When did Texans shot themselves in the foot week 1?
Okay.
And Steelers shoot themselves in the foot in week 6.
Okay.
Anyway, we should end this off.
Yes, that was our way too early predictions regarding the NFL season. It's gonna be a while till we get to the playoff, the season predictions. But until then, we will see you when we see you.